Hey everyone, Chris here, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to this week's reading vlog. So it is December 26th, which means we're in the home stretch of 2022, and I have, I think, 6 days. Yeah, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days left to finish my TBR. The only books left on my Phase 10 TBR as of right now is The Fire and the Star. So this is the book I picked for highest rated. And it is also the book that I'm picking for prompt redo for the Reindeer Readathon, which means I can't read it until I finish all of the prompts for my Reindeer Readathon TBR. And I have one of those left. So before I can get to this, I need to finish Raven Rise. So this is a book I'm reading for Reindeer Readathon, and it covers the over 500 page prompt and the read a book with a cover you don't like, which I don't like this cover at all. I am on page 244. And this book is around 550 pages, so I have about 300 pages to go. I'm really enjoying book 9, and I'm hoping that I can finish this. I don't think it will take me too long. I think I have about 3 hours left in the audiobook, like at the speed I'm listening it at. So this should be a relatively simple book to finish, and then I can get to Fire and the Star. Another book I'm in the midst of that I need to finish is On Birthday. I am on page 126. This is a Twisted Tales book about Alice in Wonderland. I'm reading this for retelling for Mary Bookmiss and one of my Fox and Wood prompts for Lexi's Patreon readathon. I'm struggling with this one just because I'm not in the mood to read something like this right now, and Alice in Wonderland was never my favorite fairy tale or Disney movie or whatever, so I'm not as into the story as I could be if it was, you know, say Frozen or Tangled or something like that. So we'll see. I'm not enjoying it. It's just, like I said, not really what I'm in the mood to read right now. But hopefully I can get back to this and finish it. Then I have one other book on my Fox and Wood TBR that I haven't gotten to yet, and that's The Secrets of the Storm Forest, which is also my last 5-star prediction. This is the third and final book in the Strange Worlds travel agency trilogy, and I want to get to this book so badly, so this will absolutely get read at some point this week. It's probably going to be the next book I pick up, if I'm being honest. So I'm very excited to see what kind of adventures Flick gets up to in this one and what worlds she visits. So definitely think I will be getting to this one this week. Then, if I have time, I would like to read The Dark Deep and The English Wife, as they're the last two of my fall covers. And my winter covers video just came out, and I would like to start that vlog, and I haven't even started filming this. Like, I've read, they're actually right here. I've read these three. All of which were fall covers. I just haven't filmed the video yet because I haven't had room on my phone. And my summer covers vlog is finished. I just need to edit it so that I can post it. And I can't post the fall one at the very least until I read these. So if I could get these read this week, even if I can't film the video for it, then that would be fantastic, because then at least I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, trying to get the books read, which was my problem with my summer cover vlog. So I think this is going to be my main focus this week. If I have time, I would like to see if I can get through the last 3 books of the Seekers series and the second arc, because that would mean I completed 3 of the 5 series I wanted to continue in 2022. I knew I wasn't going to catch up on Antimony, and I definitely knew I wasn't going to catch up on, what's it called? The Witches of Palmetto Point, because I'm still in the midst of whatever book I'm on that I started like in October. And until this moment right now, I'd forgotten that I was even still in the middle of it. So I don't anticipate me finishing that one either. But if I could finish this one, then that would make 3. And I think it might be doable, but we'll see. It's all going to depend on how much time I have to read. Plus, I need to edit, because if I don't edit, I can't get stuff off my phone. And if I can't get stuff off my phone, I can't film Phase 10 because I won't have room on my phone for it. So fingers crossed I have a good editing and reading week. But yeah, I think that's going to be the plan this week. And I think I'm going to go read Secrets of the Storm Forest and see if it is indeed a 5-star. And I will check back in with you later. 2023. Happy New Year, everybody. I failed at vlogging again this week. Man, I really hope I do better with vlogging in 2023 because at times I've been very inconsistent in 2022. Although I think part of that was trying to edit. Obviously, I had to film my TBR game, and it's a case of I'm far enough behind that I'm juggling, like, I can't film because I have no more room on my phone, so I need to edit. And so I've been doing a lot of that. Hopefully I will get caught up relatively early in January, but we'll see. But I did read some books. That was what I was doing. I did not read anywhere near as much as I thought I was going to. So first up, I wanted to mention that I read Strange World Travel Agency's The Secrets of the Storm Forest. This is the third and final book in this series, and it is a 5-star prediction, so you'll have to wait for my vlog for that for me to talk about it. But I wanted to note that I finished it. It was the first book I picked up after Christmas, and I'm very excited to be able to check a series off of my series to continue because Lord knows that it was nice to get a few more of those in before the end of 2022. Then I picked up The Forest of Wolves. So this is the fourth book in the second arc of 6 in the Warrior series. And I'm giving this book 4 stars. This arc is quite interesting. A lot of twists and turns have happened that I wasn't quite expecting. I really liked how this book played out and the obstacles that our main characters had to overcome. I'm very excited to continue on with the series. And speaking of that, I have picked up book 5. I've only read like the first chapter, so I'm only like 18 pages in, so not much to say there, but I have started it. I did not manage to finish the series before the end of the year. But, I mean, book 5 in the second arc of 6, meaning I read 10 of the 12 books in 12 months, isn't bad. I will definitely be continuing the series and finishing it probably in January of 2023. So, yeah. Another book I am very excited to continue, and we're getting to the end here, guys. It feels very much like this story is wrapping up, so very curious to see where it goes. Then I read Raven Rise. So this was my book for book I really want to read, but whose cover I'm not a fan of, and over 500 pages for the Reindeer Readathon. And this is book 9 in the Pendragon series. And boy, did some stuff go down in this one. I'm giving this book 4.5 stars. I really love this book. The end was mind-boggling and opens up so many questions. And in the same vein as The Forest of Wolves, I have picked up The Soldiers of Hala. I read a pretty decent chunk of it. I don't know exactly where I am because I haven't pulled out the physical book, but I've definitely started it, and it has continued to be completely crazy. It's turned everything on its head, and yeah, I'm very curious to how this series is going to wrap up, and I think there is absolutely no doubt, considering I've started book 10, that I will finally be finishing Pendragon in 2023, even though it was a series I'd hoped to finish in 2021. But better late than never. Then I read one of my fall covers. This is The English Wife. So this is another book I will not be saying anything about because I will be saving that for my fall covers wrap-up video. But again, I wanted to let you know that I managed to squeeze in one of the 2 of those that I had to get to. So hopefully that video will be coming out in January and I can get to the last book in that series in January. And then the very final book I finished in 2022 was Fire in the Star, which is the third and final book in the Unicorn Quest series, and was the book I used for the Slaying It prompt for the Reindeer Readathon, because basically you could redo any prompt and we'll go with finish a series or astronomical word in the title. It doesn't really matter. I gave this book 3.75 stars. It took me a little bit to get into because I had to reorient myself to where we were in the series because it's been so long since I read book 2. But basically in this series, we're following Claire and her sister Sophie, who, while cleaning out their aunt's house, end up finding that there is a ladder in the fireplace that leads them to another land, and they end up going on adventures there. I really like the way magic works in this series, and that was no exception. I like how it was displayed in book 3. I love the bond between Claire and Sophie. It is a huge part of these books, and it makes such a big difference to the story. I'm really excited to have finished the series finally. I wasn't sure whether it was like book 3 or whether it was like book 3 and it was a trilogy, which meant it was a final book. But Indeed, it is the final book in the series. Their story has been concluded. I know how it ends, and I finished my year completing a series. I don't think I could have planned it any better. So very, very excited about that. The only other thing I wanted to mention is that I'm still working on Birthday. This was for Mary Bookmas, and I'm on page 126. I haven't gotten any farther. It is not the book I want to be reading right now, so I just got to the point where I stopped forcing myself to read stuff I didn't really want to read. And I just looked at this and went, So I will get back to this in January and make some more progress on it and hopefully finish it. But right for now, I'm cutting myself some slack. So that's it. That's it for 2022. Those are all of the books I read. My final total was 429 books. There is a reason that I don't remember what happened to book 2 as well as I should have for something like this, because I want to say I read that book in 2020. I don't think I read it last year. So if I read it in 2020, my total from last year was 436. So, I mean, I've read over 850 books in the last 2 years. It's very possible that I've read 1,000 books since I read book 2. There is a reason why some of these series I just don't remember. So this right here was one of the best things I ever did, because it has definitely made me go back to series that I haven't thought about in a long time. So yeah, all in all, I think it was a pretty decent reading year. I have some brand new faves. I've learned some stuff about my reading taste. I watched it evolve over the year, and I'm very excited to see what 2023 brings me. So yeah, that's it for this vlog and for this year. In the comment section below, let me know how many books you got to in 2022. I'm very curious to see how everybody else's numbers stacked up. And don't compare it to me. I want to know how many books you were hoping to get to. Because I'm a voracious reader, so not everybody can read at my pace. So if you managed to read, say, like 50 books and you were only thinking you were going to get to 20, then that's fantastic for you. So I would love to know what your original plans were for 2022 and how it actually stacked up to how you did. All of my social media is linked in the description below if you'd like to come. All of my social media is linked in the description below if you'd like to come chat with me. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me a unicorn emoji in honor of the Unicorn Quest being my final book of 2022. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!